So every day across the country, thousands of people are queuing up in front of gates to manually register on a paper log. It's insecure, it's slow, and it's unscalable, right? I was waiting there for 15, 20 minutes until I could go in. And I see other parents that were like previous parents from the previous years, they would just go in because they had a badge, they went in. I was like, why is this so difficult? And, you know, Dubai, for me, is like a smart city example, actually, of the world.
So every new location substantially increases the value of the company simply by having more access points.
So now when you're speaking, I'm like, the potential and the upside is huge. How are VCs not throwing themselves at you? The same thing that you're doing for 1,000, you can do it for 1 million.
What is stopping the right day from doing, 100 delivery a day versus whatever they do today?
Going in and out for their meetings. I had a friend, for example, who went for a meeting in one of the companies. He had to wait 25 minutes just to get through this process.
Imagine that data point sits in his data room. Oh my God.
This is The Board, built by founders, for founders.
Yahya.
Hello.
Adel. Thank you
Pleasure.
guys for coming.
Pleasure.
Thank you for having us.
The pitch.
Thank you.
I am one of those guys that hate access control. Sometimes it's very annoying, but I've been noticing that it's becoming more and more seamless. So I think this is where you guys come in. So for those who don't know, what is MyGatePass? And if you can tell us a little bit about you guys.
Of course. So every day across the country, thousands of people are queuing up in front of gates to manually register on a paper log. It's insecure, it's slow, and it's unscalable, right? So this is what we try to solve with MyGatePass. MyGatePass is a platform where we create an identity for the user one time. We're integrated with UAE Pass, so we get vetted, trustable information.
You're integrated with UAE Pass?
Yes, we're integrated with UAE Pass. So you just log in. In 10 seconds, we get your profile, we have your information, and we generate this smart QR code. And with that QR code, any building, any facility that's asking you for your personal information, you just scan your QR code and you enter. You don't have to, blab out your personal information, your phone number in front of everyone in the lobby. And it makes it more efficient, more secure, and easy to access. So that's kind of our mission, to make visits simple.
But how did the idea come about? Like, how did you guys really come up with this?
That's all Adel, man.
Yeah, for me, it was when I first came to the UAE, it was in 2016. I had to register my children at school, right? Okay. So we're new parents coming to a school, summer, August, 50 degrees outside. And we came to this huge queue in front of the school where the security guard was writing down everyone's details. I was waiting there for 15, 20 minutes until I could go in. And I see other parents that were like previous parents from the previous years, they would just go in because they had a badge, they went in. I was like, why is this so difficult? And, Dubai, for me, is like a smart city example, actually, of the world. But this particular thing was still a bit outdated. So I thought, there's probably a better way to do it. And I'm a technical person, so I was my technical brain just started, thinking about solutions, how can we do it better? And on one thing.
Back then, 2016, it was a bit early, and I think you were ahead of your time, because I remember very well 2016, these solutions, these things were not easy.
Exactly. It became a frustrating point because I didn't start with this in 2016, but it started annoying me a bit, right? Yeah. So, and every time I was confronted with it, same thing. And what I kind of saw is every time I spoke to friends or people about it, I was like, is this really a problem? But after I spoke with them, like a few weeks later, they called me, I think this is a problem because now I understand what you're saying. Yeah. And we've all kind of accepted it as, that's just the way things go. But, we don't have to accept it. There's a better way to do it. There's a better way to solve this.
But you guys, your solution, is it purely for humans and people, or is it also for maybe equipment, cars, vehicle, things? Because I come from a construction background. I wish I had a way to track.
Exactly.
And, have basically a timestamp, or I don't know what you call it.
Asset traction system.
Yeah, exactly. Because we used to get things stolen, lost all the time.
Actually, one of our partners he asked us for this literally this week.
Oh, there you go.
So now we're taking it also from humans and the assets that they carry as well with them, and we're still studying it. But now you're saying it makes us want to go for it.
Especially in construction, because if you think about it, it's one of the biggest sectors here. and assets move around sites all the time.
Yeah.
And not necessarily just construction, but any company that has hardware, it's moving around,
100%.
right? And I mean, I don't know, like RFID tracking, is it enough? Or is it not enough? There has to be a way to like, okay, it went from here to here. Okay, who received it and who sent it?
Yeah. And I think if you look at the future, right? We just spoke about it very briefly. The future is going to be different. Everything is going online. Even factories, they're going to be dark factories. There's no people in it. Even lights are not there. Everything is dark, right? What about robots?
What is dark factories for those who don't know?
So dark factories are factories where there's no humans, right? Everything is automated. So when you're building or architecting a dark factory, they have to kind of have a different mindset. You don't have to think about washrooms. You don't have to be thinking about lighting. It's not necessary. There's no humans, right? So there's a different aspect to that. And if you think about the future of these kind of new innovative buildings that are coming, we also need to think about the infrastructure of access, because who is accessing those buildings? Is it going to be automated? Is it going to be robots? Is it going to be humans? And how are we going to know who's entered when and who's taking some material in and out? So all of these questions require an infrastructure that is more than only a siloed approach for one company or the other. We need an infrastructure citywide, which allows people to go in and out, assets to go in and out, even robots to go in and out. And I think our vision is that MyGatePass will be that layer in between. We're starting very small, very humble, but that's the vision that we have.
100%. So this is my question to you guys. Can MyGatePass I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, it's more of a software solution. There is no hardware component to it yet, right? So you guys integrate with all the different system platforms that are there, but you don't, for example, get involved in any of the access control devices or things. Or is that the case?
Yes and no. So we have our software works on just mobile devices, either Android or iOS tablets. So you can just download it and use it. If there's access control, like smart locks on the door, we can integrate to them. So we don't want to replace it. We want to be the layer in between that just make everything smooth, right? So we want to be like the ideal layer for everyone to be able to just be verified once and then access everywhere.
Yeah. So then tell me a little bit about your business model. How does that work?
Sure.
Right. So the business model, it's a SaaS subscription, and it differs from one company to another or one location to the other, depending on the requirements and the size, obviously. So yeah, primarily it's a SaaS model that paid up front, and it's easy, zero capex, or can be integrated when you start doing more integrations. This is where the bill gets bigger and bigger. It makes more sense.
And then it allows you guys to scale also.
100%, 100%. And so every new building or location becomes a huge added value to the network, because the network so it's all about data, right? So what we control is the visitors network. When you log into MyGatePass, you register MyGatePass, you become part of that network. So every new building creates more opportunities for you to go in, and then for the people in that building to be part of the network as well. So every new location substantially increases the value of the company simply by having more access points.
So now when you're speaking, I'm like, the potential and the upside is huge. How are VCs not throwing themselves at you?
Do you know someone? Should we?
No, really, because the upside is so big. You know, I mean, because your cost is kind of like, it will increase a little bit, but you know, like the same thing that you're doing for 1,000, you can do it for 1 million.
100%. Yeah.
So this delta is just all pure profit in a way.
And imagine for that 1 million people city, they don't have any more barriers.
Yeah.
People are just flowing.
Exactly.
So this is
no traffic, no queues, no bottlenecks.
100%. And this is where you move from a smart city, a normal smart city, to a more intuitive city. And this is what I'm
gonna go on a limb here and be like, why did you guys approach, or did you try to see maybe you can joint venture with a government entity as, you know, maybe a seed to something bigger? Because I know a guy who was approached by a government entity here for also a service that he does online, and they were more than happy to do a joint venture with him, especially also because he's headquartered and started in Dubai. Is it something that you guys have explored, or maybe you?
Definitely, we have thought of that. We haven't been contacted for that reason yet, but definitely it's something that we're open to discuss. we thought of it for MyGatePass to become a true national layer for access operations.
Exactly.
At some point, you need to have integrations with, let's say, civil defense. So today, the way it works is whenever something happens and civil defense is required to come to site, the first thing civil defense requires is the visitor logbook to understand who's inside the building and who's not. Right? So imagine now the civil defense is being able to know who's inside and the tally of people, right, before them actually getting to the site.
Yeah.
Now, if you get this data and you connect it to other data points, say Dubai Healthcare City health data, right? So I know in that tower of 10,000 people inside, I have 10 people with asthma. I have this many people that are on wheelchairs. Okay, so now I'm being proactive and how am I responding to the emergency, and not being reactive to wait for the things to happen on site. So
I also think about it more from a security aspect. How national security aspect is that, for me, if I was sitting in a government seat and I know that I have a startup that's bred in the UAE, then my data is not in the hands of outside companies and outside country and like people that are like outside the UAE, which can be a bit of a national security issue because then they can see everything. They
100%.
have access to everything. So for me, also national security reason would be to invest in a local company where at least my information is protected. But
100%.
Your business numbers. What can you tell us about MyGatePass so far?
What do you want to know?
I mean, let's say you're pitching. Let's say you're pitching to them. I mean, in general, volume, revenue, like the growth, basically.
100%. So the company started in 2024. This is where I met with Adel, and we basically started to put 1 and 2 together, alongside to our partners as well, and so on. By 2025 May, we had a product. We started with Al Ghurair Investment, the POC in May. And then from there onwards, we realized that enterprise is our ICP to start with. It's an easier sell, let's put it this way. They understood the bottleneck. They have enterprises, large enterprises, they have they know how much inefficiency costs them. And this is why when they saw our product, to them was like, this is amazing because I'm able to save this much money on my bottom line. And just make things more efficient.
What was their bottleneck, for example, these guys?
Access operations. I mean, let's take Talabat.
Right.
Or any delivery company, any 3PL company. The rider, how many riders do they do a day? What is stopping the rider from doing, 100 delivery a day versus whatever they do today?
I mean, don't they have tracking? But don't they have tracking system? Don't
they do. They have what 3 words. They have a lot of other technologies available, right? But the problem still is that the driver has to come and park, find where the gate is for the service gantry if they need to get a service entry. Once they go there, they have to queue up because you have other riders in front of them or contractors in front of them, right? And then he has to give his ID again, right? Get a pass, go to the elevator, wait again. Go up, find the location, find the office.
Oh, I like that.
Call the guys like, hey, can you please come and collect? I need your signature, 100%. And then come back, give this pass back, get his ID, go back to the car and go.
And the worst thing, it happens 2 times for every order because they have to pick up the order somewhere.
Right.
A lot of the times it's a dark kitchen in a building as well. So they lose time picking up the order, they lose time delivering the order, which is for them, it's a huge pain point. So for all the 3PL companies, this makes sense. They want more efficiency going in and out because that makes sense for them. It's more efficient. But that's only one example. I think the more we started thinking about it, we saw so many use cases. Well, as a startup, we're small, we have to focus. So what are we going to focus on now? And how can we, also educate kind of the market? This can be done better. This is what we see. This is our vision. And then try to get partners and partnerships to be able to scale throughout all of the verticals.
I'm gonna be a bit more personal with you. Have you taken any Airbnb in Dubai any time?
Yeah, I own an Airbnb.
Perfect. How many times your clients were stuck in the lobby because the security guard was on patrol and they were waiting outside? No one is able to open the door for them.
I would ask the host because he's the one that's taking care of it, but I would imagine it would be a problem.
Exactly, because you as a company or a hotel holiday home owner, you have access to your own door. But then what is happening in the lobby, right? So your friends, your family, visiting,
Right.
everyone is going to be stuck there. So it starts there. Your journey starts from the lobby. It doesn't start at the door of the holiday home or any location or your office. It starts from the lobby all the time.
Very interesting. Yeah.
And actually from the parking lot at some point as well.
Yeah. So you guys are basically increasing the flow and making things just much faster, much
Smoother,
more
while keeping security high.
Yeah.
Think of it this way. Why do they do that? Because they need to know who's inside, right? And at the same time, maintain security. And this is something that GCC countries pride of, right? Pride that we have very good security. And so this is why they ask us who we are before we enter any place, to keep track of everything, right? Which is fair, and this is why we love it. So then how can we maintain that level of security while keeping the flow going through?
Right.
This is the number on a plastic card. It's gonna do that. That number today is with me. 5 minutes later is with you.
Yeah.
It's not a personal. But this is where an ID-based access on a shared infrastructure. This is where it makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is what MyGatePass is all about.
So what would be required for you guys as founders to scale? I mean, right now, what's the next step for you guys to scale for MyGatePass?
Partnerships. I think everything in this region is really established on connections, relationships, partners. As you said, government, or we have certain discussions with companies that are established and that have already the channels. If we can partner with them through a combined approach, that would help us scale much faster. So we're looking for partnerships.
And do you believe you guys were able to find this in Dubai? Do you feel like it's the access to these sort of partners? Is it easy, or you still find difficulties?
It's not easy, but it's the only way, and this is also the reason why we are part of the incubate, right? So these kind of cohorts that are organized are very valuable for startups like us, because this is where we meet different people, different companies, learn from their kind of experiences as well, and forge those relationships.
Yeah, and allows us also to integrate with similar companies who can add value together. So company A and B, whenever you're gonna meet Manzilu, for example, makes so much sense that Manzilu and MyGatePass are integrated together.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know of that very well, and I was actually thinking of that. This is the perfect, because he's also doing very well, mashallah.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, we were talking actually. This Mr. Sultan, put us to contact together.
He's the chairman there.
Yeah. So it makes so much sense.
What's next for MyGatePass? If you guys had to say 2 or 3 milestones that you achieve, inshallah, you'd like to achieve?
Oh, we have so many.
Can I say mine?
Yeah,
you can say yours. Mine is get funded, grow our team, get a proper sales team in place to help accelerate and manage the channel partners as well.
Nice.
And then go achieve our milestones, commercial milestones that we put for ourselves, or goals that we put for ourselves. And then eventually, get where we want to go as our vision and our proper North Star that we want to get to. Inshallah.
Definitely. So he's a commercial guy. I'm the technical guy. So what I want to see, or what I want to achieve, is I want to feel that we're offering value. I want to feel that people are using it and that they are actually benefiting from that efficiency. Once we get there, I think the rest is going to go. But that impact we still need to make. We need to become that efficiency boost for people in the morning, in the afternoon, whenever they're going in and out for their meetings. I had a friend, for example, who went for a meeting in one of the companies. He had to wait 25 minutes just to get through this process. And this is a large enterprise here in the UAE.
And he was meeting a CEO level, C-level gentleman in that company as well.
And exactly. And he told them, well, how was your experience? He said, it was quite painful, to be honest, to get here. So it's a problem. And definitely, I think we have the solution for it in a way that nobody else has thought about it. But we need to, be able to reach enough people to be able to make
I'm
it
also starting
visible.
to think, how there's this queue management system. I was starting to think maybe there's also a way where, if a guy or if a customer is visiting a specific place, that maybe you can come up with a solution that as soon as he's within the vicinity of a place, he's already in that sort of workflow, instead of him taking number, waiting, etc. And then it's integrated with the with a customer service, so they already know why he's here, what he's here for. All these
Muhammad, the
data.
use cases are insane.
Yeah.
And you can take it from an offsite plant somewhere that needs a contractor to go do maintenance. Give them access for this half an hour that he's about to go to do that maintenance work, without having any human talking to that person. On the side. Going to a clinic where you have to wait up in queue and just to give your ID to put in the chip. Doesn't read the ID most of the time, and you get the guy writing it. Simply scan a QR code, tell the doctor I'm here, going to your appointment.
Exactly.
To what do you want to say? Literally, it's endless. Literally, it's endless.
So for those watching this, what's your ask? What are you?
Money. A lot of it.
Whoever has a check.
No, we need strategic partnerships, obviously, strategic investors. That doesn't only give us money. We want people to understand what we're doing, understand the mission and the value that we want to bring. Going back to what Adel is saying, that he wants value, and this comes with like-minded partners and investors that see the value that we want to bring and share our vision to bring. So we're looking for 1.2 million for the investors who have the 1.2 that share our vision. Please,
so I think
let us know.
I think you're speaking to probably Mr. Mohammed Abbar, Amar, if they're watching this. There we go. An ideal customer.
100%. Imagine that data point sits in his data room. Oh my God.
It's what did he say? It's the most visited building in the world. I think Dubai Mall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most visited building in the world.
I have a great idea for them.
And they also have.
We need to send Mr. Muhammad.
Well, I mean, he wasn't serious, so now I think he's back. So yeah, I mean, because obviously you would have to start with people that own assets and property,
exactly,
which require this sort of service. Because they're the biggest. Let's say they're the heavy.
Also, take a Dubai holding. Take Global Village.
Yeah, or that.
Yeah.
Whenever you visit with an elderly from your family, you have to go verify that they are elderly. Come back with a free ticket to enter.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
This is like the simplest.
Yeah, and it's super busy when it's the season. It's like
exactly. Just get the wallet. If we have a wallet with the top up on MyGatePass, you come in, you pay, and then you scan and you pay, and you're inside.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, Dubai, the what you call the footfall is so amazing. That's why your business makes so much sense to have it here, because you have so many different landmarks, buildings, etc., where there's so much traffic and footfall that yes, you would have to have some sort of security measures in place just to And I think Dubai police would love you for this, because if you can integrate it also with their systems, then that's it.
100%.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Very interesting discussion.